So tell me something. What happens when reality TV's most loyal husband walks in on his own castmate tangled in the sheets with his wife? No script, no edits, just raw, unfiltered betrayal. Because just 48 hours ago, chaos erupted behind the scenes of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta when young Jock allegedly discovered text messages, location pings, and yes, even hotel footage that ties his wife Kendra to none other than Lil Scrappy. Let that sink in. Not a side dude from the DMs. Not a random fling from the club. But Scrappy, Jock's own castmate. His own brother in bars. His own "we in this for the culture" co-star. And now, the entire set is in shambles. Producers have gone ghost. Cast members are choosing sides. Security had to be called. And rumor has it, a fist actually flew. So buckle up, because this ain't just a scandal. This is a full-on meltdown. And what went down behind those trailer doors might just change the show forever. Let's unpack how one affair, one leak, and one savage betrayal might have just destroyed the Love and Hip Hop ATL legacy for good. Let's not play dumb. If you've watched Love and Hip Hop Atlanta for more than 15 minutes, you already know this show thrives on betrayal, blurred boundaries, and bad decisions. But even for a show that's seen hair-pulling at pool parties, broken glass in green rooms, and full-on brawls during baby showers, this is a different breed of chaos. Because what just leaked might be the most devastating betrayal in franchise history. And no, we're not exaggerating. We're talking about Kendra Robinson, the ever-composed, fiercely educated wife of young Jock, the same woman who once said she had zero tolerance for cheating, getting exposed for allegedly having a full-blown affair with Lil Scrappy, Jock's own homie and co-star. Yeah, you heard that right. Not just rumors. Not just flirty texts. We're talking about screenshots, footage, and even burner phone records, all pointing toward a betrayal that's so personal, it's ripping apart the entire Love and Hip Hop cast like wildfire. So let's rewind and walk through this car crash in slow motion, because trust me, you're gonna want to see every piece of this wreckage. It all started with a night Jock will never forget. According to a leaked producer memo, the Love and Hip Hop crew was filming what was supposed to be a guys' night segment, some chill bonding footage for the upcoming season. Jock, Scrappy, Safari, and a few others met up at a luxury lounge in Midtown Atlanta. Cameras were rolling, drinks were flowing, and everything seemed normal. Until Jock stepped away to take a phone call. Now here's where things take a turn. Jock's assistant, who was nearby, noticed Scrappy texting someone non-stop. Not once, not twice, but for over 30 minutes straight. Phone tilted, screen angled, eyes glued. Suspicious? Maybe. But what raised eyebrows was the contact name. KTL Kissmark. Now look, K could mean anything.
Kim. Karen.
Kiki Palmer on a bad day. But in this case, it matched Kendra's phone emoji. Exactly. Later that night, according to leaked security footage, Scrappy was seen leaving the lounge early alone. No car service. No cast. No entourage. He walked 2 blocks, entered a nearby hotel, and checked in under the name Marcus D. Here's the kicker. 15 minutes later, Kendra entered the same hotel, same entrance, hoodie up, mask on, head down. But again, security cameras don't lie. Now, obviously, no one wants to jump to conclusions. Maybe it was a business meeting. Maybe they were just discussing law school, right? Except the room Scrappy booked was a deluxe suite with a private rooftop. Not exactly the place for business negotiations. And just when it looked like a bad coincidence, a hotel staff member anonymously sent screenshots of room service orders placed that night. 2 orders. 1 name, Marcus D. 1 room. And guess what was on the list? Chocolate strawberries, Hennessy, and silk robe delivery from concierge. You don't order matching silk robes for a legal consultation. Now word didn't reach Jock right away. But karma always has a Wi-Fi connection. Because 2 weeks later, during a shoot at the Love and Hip Hop Mansion set, a fight broke out between Scrappy and newcomer producer Darius.
Why?
According to insiders, Darius accidentally let it slip that he'd seen Kendra and Scrappy kissing behind the trailers during downtime.
Boom.
That's when Jock snapped. Crew members say he went full ghost mode, walked off set, skipped all interviews, and didn't return calls from Mona Scott herself for 3 days straight. Even worse, he removed Kendra's photos from his trailer, unfollowed both Kendra and Scrappy on Instagram, and posted one cryptic story. The worst pain is smiling on camera when you're dying behind the scenes. Fans caught it immediately. That line trended for 3 hours straight. Reddit forums blew up. Blogs exploded. And then it happened. A fan sent Gossip Spill Vibe an anonymous email with attached screenshots. Private DMs between Kendra and Lil Scrappy. Messages included. Tonight felt dangerous in the best way. I hate how right this feels. If he ever finds out, I'll deny everything. That last one, it broke Jock. It broke fans. And it broke the internet. But it didn't stop there. That same email also included footage from the hotel hallway. Date: 2 weeks before the text thread. Camera: right outside Suite 1203. Time: 2:12 a.m. Footage shows Kendra knocking, Scrappy opening the door shirtless, then pulling her inside. And just like that, no more speculation. No more rumors.
Cold. Hard.
Evidence. The betrayal wasn't just emotional. It was tactical, coordinated, and repeated. Now Jock, he's always been messy. Let's not sugarcoat it. He's had his own share of drama, baby mamas, and who's this new girl? Moments. But this time he was quiet, stable, in love, trying to build a family with a woman he trusted. And Scrappy? He's no stranger to cheating scandals either. Let's not forget the Erica Dixon drama, the Bambi beef, the back and forths that turned love and hip-hop into Jerry Springer on steroids. But doing this to Jock, to a man who's had your back for years, who vouched for you when nobody else would, it's a whole new level of disrespect. And as this betrayal started to unravel behind the scenes, fans weren't the only ones reacting. Because what Jock did next left the cast completely speechless. So let's pick up right where the truth hit the fan. Because after Jock received the leaked email, the DMs, the hotel footage, the whole betrayal package, he didn't just sit back and cry. He didn't post cryptic quotes. He didn't even call Scrappy. He walked straight into the next filming session like a man on a mission. According to cast members on set, Jock showed up 2 hours early, dressed in all black, no jewelry, no chains, just that silent type of rage you can feel before he even speaks. And guess who had the nerve to be on set already? Lil Scrappy. Smiling, chopping it up with Safari. Like nothing happened. Like he didn't just blow up a 7-year relationship from the inside. That's when it happened. Jock walked past security, straight into the lounge, pulled out his phone, and played the video. In front of the whole room. Not a word. Just silence. And then the sound of Kendra's heels clicking into that hotel hallway before Scrappy opens the door. The whole lounge froze. Production assistants stopped moving. Even the sound guy whispered, "Yo, is this real?" And Scrappy? All he could say was, "Bro, you don't know the full story." Oh no. Wrong move. Jock snapped. He stood up and said, and I quote from multiple witnesses, "The full story is that I brought you into my circle, into my family, into my wedding. And this is what you do." Security stepped in fast. Not because Jock swung, but because Scrappy flinched like he thought he would. And let's be clear, the cameras were rolling the entire time. This footage? It's going viral before it even airs. Producers tried to pull Jock aside for a private confessional. He refused. Instead, he walked out, looked dead into the behind-the-scenes camera, and said, "Y'all better air this as exactly how it happened."
Boom.
And just like that, the entire season storyline was flipped on its head. Remember that teaser they shot last month with the family drama angle?
Gone.
Now, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is officially riding on the biggest on-set betrayal in franchise history, and they know it. Behind closed doors, execs were scrambling.
Why?
Because this ain't a fake storyline for ratings. This is real pain, real cheating, real destruction. Even Mona Scott, the queen of controlled chaos, allegedly flew in personally to calm things down. But it was too late. Jock had already moved out of the condo he shared with Kendra, unfollowed every VH1 producer on social, and started deleting old clips of their wedding from his pages. Meanwhile, Kendra? She went dark. No posts. No stories. Not even a "hey y'all, let's talk about healing" quote. Just vanished. And when she finally did resurface, it was in the form of a voice note sent anonymously to Gossip Spill Vibe and allegedly leaked from a group chat of female cast members. In the audio, she says, "Jock was never innocent. He made me feel invisible for years. Scrappy saw me. He made me feel wanted. I didn't plan for this to happen, but I'm not apologizing for needing love."
Phew.
That's not a confession. That's a self-written eulogy for a marriage. And fans? They lit the internet on fire. On Twitter, "She really cheated with Scrappy, like that was an upgrade. Sis, be serious." On Instagram, "Jock wasn't perfect, but he ain't deserve this." Reddit threads turned into war zones. Team Jock. Team Kendra. Team Scrappy needs to be recast immediately. But the one reaction that hit hardest? Bambi. Yes, Scrappy's ex-wife. She posted a reel of herself sipping wine on a rooftop with a caption, "When the clown you divorced turns around," and becomes a bigger joke. And the comment section? Full of fans writing, "We owe Bambi an apology. She dodged the mess and left it for Kendra." Plot twist. Bambi's the real winner. But wait, there's more. Because producers weren't just dealing with drama on screen. They were hit with a formal complaint from cast members, demanding that Scrappy be removed from set until further notice.
Why?
Because apparently, this wasn't his first behind-the-scenes incident. According to one anonymous cast source, Scrappy's been messy since day one. Always flirting with stylists. Always sliding into DMs. The Kendra thing is just the one that finally blew up. So now the production team had to step in. They suspended group filming, rewrote the next 2 weeks of shooting, and even canceled one reunion taping because, get this, Scrappy and Jock were scheduled to sit side by side.
Yeah.
Not happening. Meanwhile, VH1 Legal was reportedly reviewing contracts to see if on-set affairs between castmates could be grounds for termination or a lawsuit. Because guess what? Kendra was also employed as an executive legal consultant on several episodes. Her involvement with Scrappy, a co-star, could now be considered a breach of professional ethics under VH1's internal policy. In short, she might lose her paycheck and her man. And let's not forget, Jock ain't done. Insiders say he's considering releasing a solo episode-style interview with a third-party platform to tell his side. Raw, unedited, and unfiltered. And if that happens, we're talking millions of views. Airing all the receipts, all the hotel dates, all the text threads, maybe even audio from his own private phone recordings. Because the rumor is, Jock's had suspicions for a while. So now we're at DEFCON 1. Because Jock isn't just angry anymore, he's ready for war. After everything, the hotel footage, the leaked DMs, Scrappy's weak denial, and Kendra's voice note where she straight up said she needed love, Jock finally did what no Love and Hip Hop cast member has ever done before. He called a press meeting. That's right, not a reunion, not a green screen confessional, but a real press sit-down, hosted off VH1 property, with independent cameras rolling and lawyers present.
Why?
Because Jock said he's done letting producers spin the narrative. And what he revealed shocked even the messiest fans of the franchise. He began the sit-down calm, quiet but shaking. And then he pulled out a laptop. Yup, the laptop. He opened a folder titled K+S = Fire Broken Heart. And from that moment, it was over. In that folder, receipts. Not one, not two. Over 100. Jock laid out. Airdrop logs showing Kendra's iPhone connected to Scrappy's device multiple nights in a row. Time-stamped rideshare records from both their phones to and from the same locations. hotel receipts from 4 different nights in Buckhead, and the one that left the room silent, a screen-recorded FaceTime call between Kendra and Scrappy, where Scrappy says, "Jock don't gotta know. You deserve to be touched how you want to be touched." That clip? It's already circulating on Twitter with over 3.5 million views. But it didn't stop there, because Jock also revealed that Scrappy's crew, including one of his stylists, tried to bribe a hotel staffer to delete footage. The bribe didn't work, but the audio from the attempt leaked too. Now VH1 has to deal with the fact that 2 of its cast members might be involved in evidence tampering. Producers are officially in panic mode. Mona Scott, usually the queen of controlled chaos, has reportedly been off the grid. And sources say the network's legal team is now involved, trying to figure out how to salvage the rest of the season, prevent lawsuits, and decide whether to suspend, fire, or pause Kendra and Scrappy entirely. But that's just the beginning. Because while Jock dropped the receipts, other cast members started coming forward. Carly Red, never one to miss a moment of chaos, went live on IG and said, "This ain't even the half of it. Kendra was always acting single when Jock wasn't around. Scrappy ain't her first slip-up. She's just messy in heels." And then Sierra chimed in. She posted a 30-second clip from her dressing room where she said, "Let's just say Jock's not the only one who got cheated on this season, and y'all gonna find out who else was in the mix real soon." Now the whole cast is unraveling. It's like Kendra and Scrappy's affair kicked open a Pandora's box of cheating, lies, and double crosses, and everybody's scrambling to protect their image. And guess what VH1 did? They recalled all reunion contracts. Every cast member was asked to re-sign a new NDA and confirm availability for an emergency reunion special, rebranded as Love and Hip Hop, The Fallout, ATL Exposed. And it gets nastier, because apparently Jock isn't done. Word on the street is he's negotiating an exclusive with Revolt TV to air a full documentary titled Behind the Bars, How I Lost My Wife to My Co-Star. It's being pitched as a 4-part expose featuring interviews, unseen footage, and never-before-heard audio conversations between Jock and Kendra, some allegedly from therapy sessions. Now imagine how messy this gets if court gets involved. Because not only were Kendra and Jock legally married, they also signed a joint business deal last year for a music distribution company. That deal is now in jeopardy. And Kendra's name might be removed entirely from the operating agreement if Jock proves personal misconduct that damaged brand reputation. In short, she may lose the bag and the name. Meanwhile, Scrappy is acting like it's all a joke. He posted a boomerang of himself laughing with a caption, "Stay mad. I'm booked and unbothered." But his booking agent told Gossip Spill Vibe he just got dropped from 2 club appearances because of bad press and negative female audience reactions. Booked and unbothered? Try broke and boxed out. And now fans are choosing sides hard. Polls on Instagram stories, Reddit threads, Twitter spaces, all lit with drama. Who's more wrong? Kendra or Scrappy? Should VH1 fire them both? Did Jock deserve this after his past? And in the middle of it all, Mona Scott reportedly issued a private statement saying, "We're reviewing everything. There are real lives involved, but we won't shy away from the truth." Translation, they're gonna air every second of this mess. So here we are. Kendra, silent. Scrappy, cocky. Jock, locked and loaded with receipts. VH1, praying to the rating gods. Fans, buckled in with popcorn and pitchforks. The question now isn't if Jock will bounce back. It's whether he'll destroy everything and everyone on his way up. And knowing Jock, he's already writing bars about it. So now you've seen it for yourself. The receipts, the betrayal, the breakdown of what was supposed to be one of Love and hip-hop's most stable marriages. Kendra didn't just cross a line, she set it on fire. And Scrappy stood there holding the match. Jock gave her the spotlight, the respect, and a whole wedding special. And this is how it ends? With hotel footage, fake names, and backroom hookups? But what do you think? Was Jock blindsided? Or was this karma catching up after all these years? Should VH1 fire Kendra and Scrappy, or let the cameras keep rolling and give us the reunion explosion we all know is coming? Drop your opinion in the comments. Who's really to blame here? Who should walk away? And who's getting exposed next? Make sure you subscribe right now because this scandal isn't cooling down anytime soon. The next leak might be worse. And here at Gossip Scoop, we don't just spill tea. We track every drop, every screenshot, and every whispered secret. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay locked in. You do not want to miss what drops next. It's only getting darker from here.